Upper Michigan supports an unrivaled ecosystem, not only made up of forests, lakes, and wildlife, but also composed of hardworking, dedicated, and passionate people. The area's early industries, like mining and timber, helped to build this country. But in today's world, explorers and industrialists have been remade as entrepreneurs, still relying on our natural assets, strong work ethic, and sheer determination to find opportunities, develop solutions, and test outcomes to solve problems and forge new frontiers. Here, entrepreneurs and innovators may be guided by the northern lights, while perhaps artists and instructors are inspired by a starry sky or clear sunrise, as the natural influences are many. But whatever is conjured, these inspirations lead to opportunities to move our economy forward, with the added benefit of enjoying an unrivaled beauty and quality of life in the UP. Hi, I'm Doug Garrison, your host for this special program, Up for Business. Over the next half hour, we'll introduce you to a group of entrepreneurs and innovators who made a conscious decision to do business in Upper Michigan. We'll hear their success stories and get some insight into why they decided to do business in such a remote location. We first traveled to Wallace, Michigan, in the heart of Menominee County, to meet Michigan Tech graduate Mike Rasner. After graduating from Tech in 1995, Mike spent some time in the plastics industry. That experience was the inspiration for Advanced Blending Solutions.
Advanced Blending Solutions is an OEM in the plastics industry. We make auxiliary equipment, blending, material handling, convey, storage of plastic pellets. The plastics industry is a very large industry, but at the end of the day, what this company does is we blend, convey, and store those plastic pellets for plastics manufacturing plants. So anybody that is dealing with the plastic raw materials before they're melted, Advanced Blending Solutions has solutions for anything that customers may need.
The products created and produced by Advanced Blending Solutions are used in the production of a wide variety of items. Some of the more common include carpet, flooring, trash bags, and food packaging. In fact, there's close to a 100% chance that something you put in your grocery cart has packaging made with plastic blended by ABS machinery.
I came from a plastics manufacturer, and I saw a better way to do things. So about 20 years ago, I set off to come up with a better mousetrap, if you will. And so really that company started with an idea on a napkin and has blossomed into what you see here today.
Since opening their doors in the summer of 2012, Advanced Blending Solutions has grown considerably, experienced 2 expansions, increased its global distribution, and now employs approximately 100 people. But none of that would have been possible without the support of Mike's father, Jerry Rasner, who assisted greatly in getting the business off the ground.
So my dad's been a mentor for me, like a good dad is, right? And when the old company was struggling in the downturn, I was talking with him about what was going on, and we had a key customer that was interested in our technology, but the company was no longer operating, and my dad literally bet the farm on ABS. He had property that had been in our family for over 100 years, and he posted that as a collateral so that we could buy the assets of the old company and move it to Wallace, Michigan.
Along with the support from his father and family, there were many additional resources that helped Mike purchase his former grade school. Being able to leverage local and state incentives not only allowed the business to be located in Mike's hometown of Wallace, but also made it possible to provide jobs that support the hardworking and family-oriented community that supported Mike.
I think that the thing about the UP is people here know how to work, right? I mean, the 2 biggest industries where we live are historically farming and logging. You have to get things done. Definitely breeds entrepreneurial spirit. The employees have a stake in the company, so we do profit sharing, that's their stake. As far as I'm concerned, we're in this together, right? This isn't just Mike Rasner's company, this is the community's company. Parts that are going into the machines that you see here are built here in the factory. We pretty much buy raw steel, and everything goes out. So we're not sending jobs off to, Milwaukee or Green Bay. Everything is built right here by local people in Wallace, Michigan.
From the start, Advanced Blending Solutions has operated with a clear vision to provide the best products and services to meet its customers' unique needs. The company is committed to a passion for its vision and continued growth, which has Mike looking at the next generation with his son Kane, who recently graduated from Michigan Tech and joined the company.
My dad sat me down, and he had already had ABS established, and we had to talk, and he said, "Hey, I want you on my team." My dad's done a good job of building his team, and as the business has grown, that's been one of the defining factors in our success. I'll continue to grow with this team and watch the company grow, and hopefully continue to provide value and jobs to the people in the area.
By working hand in hand, Mike Rasner and his son Kane are ensuring that Advanced Blending Solutions has a bright future by continuing to provide quality, durable products to meet the challenges facing the plastics industry. What started with a simple conversation has evolved into a successful UP business. Contrast Coffee founders Adam Holroyd, Chris Cheney, and Gabe Whitmer all had successful careers, but noted that something was missing. They wanted to have an impact on people's lives. They started by roasting coffee in Adam's garage, selling it online, and donating all their profits to support a school in northern Laos, where a friend of theirs was teaching English. From this product with a purpose evolved Contrast Coffee, which is making a big impact on those involved.
What we didn't realize was the impact that we would have across the board. So we deal with only specialty grade coffee, so it's all direct trade purchasing. And so we get to see an impact that we have around the world at each individual farm that we purchased from. But not only that, in our communities here in the UP.
From our employees, our guests that come to shop every day, all the vendors locally that we purchase from, the contractors that we use to help build out these shops. There's so many things that we're getting to see the impact, not just at the farm level, but at the local UP level too.
Our overall arching theme is coffee equals community. For me, I don't know that there's that one thing that I could pinpoint that we've learned. It's just a progress of learning, one thing that you learn builds upon the next, builds upon the next, builds upon the next. So yeah, each location has presented its own, things that we've had to overcome, and you learn through those and just continue to get better. So the original store here in Iron River was just to be a front to our roasting operation. And then when we started to look at the impact that we were having here, how much people loved it, we started to model out what would multiple shops look like, what would it take to do that.
From a roasting operation and coffee shop in Iron River, Contrast Coffee has expanded to include additional coffee shops in Ironwood, Iron Mountain, and Marquette. With each new location, Contrast Coffee has experienced outstanding support from the community.
What we've seen is as we have grown and people get excited about it, people want to support it further. And so, you come in with your idea and, you take that shot and you do something great with it. People see you succeed and they want to be a part of it. So whether it's institutional investors or banks or local communities that want to get around that, just local individuals that want to do something similar or want to join with you. We've seen all of that. I don't think we would have in a bigger town just because we would have been white noise. Where in the UP, you have a chance to stand out. You have a chance to do something really, really great and have people come around you and support you and want to see you succeed in that. And because it improves the community as a whole.
One of the cool things is that we get to really emphasize the quality of our product. So from farm selection, bean selection, to how we roast it here, all the way to how we brew it in your cup, we control that process from beginning to end, guaranteeing that you're drinking some of the best coffee that the world has to offer. And so that aspect of it too has been a lot of fun. From our standpoint, that coffee equals community is probably the most rewarding piece. I mean, we have tons of stories that our baristas can tell about people coming in, and it's just a cup of coffee, but it's more than that,
really view every employee as just a part of our family. What we like to say is the coffee shops are our house. The people that come in are our guests, and the team members are our family. The definition of contrast is to be strikingly different. How do we be strikingly different in making coffee community, whether that's at the local level, whether that's at the farm level? That's really what drives us at this point.
Our goal has always been to be the best coffee company in the UP and then see where we can go from there. As far as our vision for the future, that's kind of it in a nutshell. We're always looking for that next location. We're always looking for ways to have an impact in people's lives in the UP. And as our company begins to and continues to grow, we continue to have more and more impact, even at a global level. So that's what's fun about it.
Contrast Coffee continues to operate with the goal of making a difference in their communities and around the world, one cup at a time. Their coffee shops provide a welcoming environment for patrons and create great jobs for the region. In 1968, when the copper mines closed in the Keweenaw, Calumet Electronics opened their doors in Calumet, providing much-needed jobs to area residents. For over 50 years, Calumet Electronics has been producing quality printed circuit boards. They compete in a global market, which compels them to draw on past experiences to stay competitive and committed to their role as a leader in manufacturing high-performance printed circuit boards.
90% of the circuit boards made in the world now are made in Asia. And so it's a bit of a dying industry, which requires revitalization, innovation, and a huge entrepreneurial spirit to kind of make the United States strong again. And so Calumet Electronics, we're a big player in trying to not only improve our company, improve the community in which we draw our employees, but also make changes and influence at the national level.
I think that the UP is a prime example of entrepreneurship, but not your traditional definition of entrepreneurship, starting a business venture to take the risks, but rather than being able to reinvent from what the past is and use those qualities that we learned from the past mining era, and develop business that is willing to take great risks to solve regional, local, and domestic problems right here on the backbone of the people that have supported the American domestic market through copper mining for such a long history.
In order to keep up with competitive global markets, Calumet Electronics is committed to keeping the entrepreneurial spirit alive in the company and community.
In the last few years, we've realized that we have to do more. Along with entrepreneurial spirit comes a kind of responsibility to advocate for our industry, for the UP, for our employees.
When you look at the traditional definition of entrepreneurial, it is to develop a business venture that has risks. We are now in our 50th year developing strategies that are going to take these risks to revive and renew Calumet, to accelerate growth, to meet the new technological demands that are not found in the domestic market.
To be able to do the analysis, do the research, do the introspection, to look at yourself, look at the market, and understand that you need to change your company. We wanted to go from surviving to thriving. And over the past 3 years, it really took us to get out of the box, to get over ourselves, to start really listening to what the United States needs and what the market wants and what our customers want. That is a kind of entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, I tell people that we might be 50 years old, but if you're coming into the company today, you're getting in on the ground floor.
The continued success of Calumet Electronics hasn't gone unnoticed. After a visit from a member of President Trump's cabinet to the Calumet facility, company representatives were invited to a meeting in the nation's capital with President Trump and his daughter Ivanka as part of the Pledge to America's Workers program to tell their success story. Moving forward, Calumet Electronics has a vision of evolving into a world-class engineering and manufacturing solutions company, ensuring jobs well into the future.
The vision for Calumet Electronics, including myself for the next 5 to 10 years, is to continue to grow in market segments that are meaningful to the United States, including aerospace and defense, while engaging this community to have a greater workforce that is increasing the cognition of all of our employees to give them the skill set to succeed in any venture that they choose.
When you look at what we have in the UP, we have it all. We have it all in kind of a microcosm, meaning that we are dynamic and we're fast and we can adapt quickly and we're smart. And when you take all of these things together, we can often outperform, outmaneuver, outthink the same kinds of people that you would find in different areas. So we have a competitive advantage. Us being so far from the supply chain is actually a competitive advantage because of the type of people we have, because of the educational system we have, because of the entrepreneurial spirit we have, and because of the university. So our future, we're demonstrating, is wide open. We can do anything we want.
Hopes for the future include expanding services, growing market share, adding jobs, plus supporting expanded educational and training opportunities in the area. Calumet Electronics is definitely up for business. They started with a few clients, but have grown to become a leader in medical device manufacturing and development in a relatively short period of time. Able Medical Devices opened their doors in the fall of 2018 at Sawyer. The company is a portfolio organization of the Longyear Company, a privately held Michigan-based asset manager with a 145-year track record of growing long-term value. Able Medical Devices is proud to carry on the Longyear Company's legacy of entrepreneurial success in the region. But why start a company with an international reach in Upper Michigan? Availability of an experienced workforce was part of the reason.
The fact that we have a lot of talent in the UP, and especially in the Marquette area, is something that is extremely obvious to me. Looking and working locally and having the ability to see a lot of the engineers and a lot of the hands-on mechanical talent that we have up here was extremely interesting.
And so whether it's engineering, whether it's technical, whether it's biomedical engineering or it's CNC operators, in the medical device arena, we really have, the UP offers a breadth of talent. And I think that's something that is really unique with both where we're at as well as what Able can offer. And we try to dig into that.
When exploring the feasibility of starting Able Medical Devices, they reached out to the local community for insight and were embraced by an open-door policy. This philosophy helped guide their efforts, avoiding mistakes often experienced by a new company.
Our communicating back and forth, making sure that any of the learning that we have done has worked together. It's been a collaboration really with all the different companies that we've had at our disposal. And that is a really cool part about living and working in the UP, is that we do have access to that, and everyone has had an open door policy to us to help us move along, and we're going to extend the same to others.
Able Medical is a contract manufacturer of medical devices for companies who do business on a national and international basis. Product applications range from dental to spine to orthopedics and beyond for a global market.
We manufacture implants, instruments, complex instruments, specials for the medical device community. Essentially anything in the medical device arena, whether it's hips and legs, or it's arms and back and head, we try to manufacture devices that are both FDA registered and ISO certified.
Starting a business can present many challenges. Able Medical Devices turn to local resources to assess the availability of a skilled workforce and the potential demand for their products.
We made contacts with Northern Michigan University. We made contacts with the local hospital and making sure that we understood what the talent level was, what the opportunities were here from a labor standpoint, not only from that, but from a business standpoint. What can we align with? What can we do? Where are some niches that are available here that we can exploit working together in the UP? It's quite fascinating when you really look at all of the different opportunities, even just in manufacturing, and not just medical device, but in manufacturing in general.
The medical devices developed and manufactured at Able Medical are produced for companies who distribute them to hospitals and other medical providers. Patients who receive them are unaware that they were created in the heart of Upper Michigan.
And so you may have a product implanted that we made and it's named by a different company, but you don't even know it. So it's a little bit different. The service that we provide really is contract manufacturing and development.
The biggest reason that our business is located in the UP right now is the talent pool that we have available. Us being able to leverage that is the attractive thing that makes us, that's going to make us successful.
Able Medical Devices continues the 145-year legacy of the Longyear Company through their pioneering efforts manufacturing medical devices for a global market. By tapping into local resources and a skilled workforce, they've ensured a bright future for the company. Entrepreneurs across Upper Michigan have a wealth of resources available to assist them with their business endeavors. In the Marquette area, entrepreneurs can access federal, state, and local assistance through the Innovate Marquette Smart Zone.
The Smart Zone is an organization that's created in partnership with the state of Michigan and the city of Marquette. Our mission is to develop a capability and a set of services that support entrepreneurs, primarily in the tech sector, that are interested in starting companies, that are interested in taking ideas and inventions and innovations from the back of a napkin to actually commercial launch. And so we are set up in this community. In addition to that, we've created an ecosystem of support and capabilities for those entrepreneurs and those innovators. That includes everything from educational training to a group of investors that are interested in investing in small startups, to partnering with the university here, Northern Michigan University, and helping to grow the ecosystem and grow the capabilities within the community to support entrepreneurs.
Invent at NMU is a program that provides assistance to local inventors and works hand in hand with the Innovate Marquette Smart Zone. Invent at NMU helps those seeking to take their original ideas to market no matter what phase their project is at.
We've created a one-stop shop in partnership with Invent at NMU and the Smart Zone to be able to offer a suite of services that allows any entrepreneur with an idea to walk in the door and be assisted at whatever stage they happen to be in their idea. Whether it's still just an idea in their head or they've actually pounded out a prototype that they've done in their garage. At any point in time, we can help that inventor, that innovator, that entrepreneur take that idea to the next step.
Close coordination between the Innovate Marquette Smart Zone and Invent and NMU programs makes it possible to provide resources to local inventors and entrepreneurs alike.
The Smart Zone is focused on helping tech-based ideas scale and launch on a national and global scale, whereas the Invent at NMU is really focused on everybody else. These are maybe not be high-tech, they could be low-tech or no-tech ideas that come from the community members, come from students in our community, and they also have a capability and a need here that we service.
Businesses today can participate in global commerce from just about anywhere. Many entrepreneurs are searching for locations to open shop that provide the workforce and resources they need to succeed. Lifestyle, sense of community, and recreational opportunities are part of that formula. And Upper Michigan provides it all.
People that are from here, they want to come back, right? So when you graduate from high school, you leave and you go see what's out there, and you realize that you left paradise. My grandpa used to always tell me that if somebody's here for 2 years, they're here for life, because they're going to realize that this is one of the greatest places on earth.
We feel like we embody, the 906 spirit, the beauty and the culture and everything that the UP represents and is. Yeah, this is a great place to start business.
There's just something about this area that people appreciate. They appreciate the beauty, and I think that pride of the UP, I think, is one of the biggest assets of this region and what we as a company try to embody ourselves, is that we want to be a company that can live up to that standard. The lakes, the rivers, the trees and forests, the trails, all those things are incredible.
I really feel that we live a blessed and sheltered existence in the UP. It is just a marvelous place to raise a family and bring up your kids, and the schools are so good and nature is so wonderful. And we're so isolated from so many of the problems that happen. Yet at the same time, there is all this technology and smart and innovative people and so much potential for the UP to be so much more than it is now. Things that could help our economic development, things that could just create more opportunities for young people and kids and business owners and entrepreneurs, all of that. It's all right here in the UP, and it's beautiful and sheltered, and I want it to progress, but I don't want it to change too much.
I most love living in the UP for two reasons. One, I enjoy the outdoors, and that's a very spiritual part of my life, to be able to recreate in that, especially with my family. Secondarily though, I enjoy the people. You rarely see that Midwestern hard work ethic, that people are grounded from where they've come from. And so there's a dual energy that comes from it. This area draws people back in because of the natural resources that are so abundant. It is a way to de-stress, which is not found in a lot of other cities and areas where this is a very stressful society, and we offer something unique, which is a fundamental natural resource of de-stressing through outdoor recreation.
I've had the opportunity to travel a lot over the past 20 years. I've seen a lot of the world and a lot of this country, but really coming back to the UP and looking at our landscape, I mean really looking at it. Growing up in this area, you take it for granted, and I think I had the great opportunity to be pulled away at different times and appreciating other places, and then more appreciating what we have here, from the colors that you see to the snowflakes that are falling to the beautiful summer days that we have. It's truly spectacular.
We've discovered that today's entrepreneurs in Upper Michigan will go as far as betting the farm on their dreams of success. Advanced Blending Solutions, Contrast Coffee, Calumet Electronics, Able Medical, and the Innovate Marquette Smart Zone all made a conscious decision to do business in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. They tapped into a workforce that brought generations of experience and a solid work ethic to their businesses. They also were embraced by local business communities and educational institutions who realized the value of helping their dreams come true, which in turn created numerous local jobs for the area. They are today's entrepreneurial pioneers who are up for business and a bright future.